Hello, I'm Howie Sheriff, and welcome to another show from You Call This Yoga, an educational nonprofit organization. Today we'll explore yoga for relaxed sleep. Yes, we'll be practicing some stretches and routines that I like to follow to allow me to just finish my practice and crawl up to bed into a nice blissful sleep. Take a few moments to find a clear spot on your floor if possible, or to lay on a sofa or a bed. All right, let's begin. Consider laying back, facing upward. Have your feet under your knees, hip width apart. I like to use 2 fists as a reference. It's a rough estimate. I like to have my palms upward so that I can lift a shoulder and tuck a shoulder blade underneath it and let my chest open up, and I could breathe more easily when I'm in this posture. Breathe in through the nose slowly and out the nose even more slowly. By having a longer exhale, you allow the nervous system to relax. And isn't that what we all seek, is to be a little calmer and a little more relaxed? One more slow and steady breath. Let's warm up the arms a little bit by rotating the palms up or down, depending on our breath cycle. For the inhale, I'd like to turn the palms upward. Pause a moment, and then on the exhale, turn the palms downward. I have them slightly away from my side, and they're gently rotating open or closed. Try that again. Pinch the shoulder blades, lift the chest, palms are up. Exhale, palms down, widen the shoulder blades. Back and belly to the floor. Beautiful. I'm going to scoot down a little bit. And we'll warm up the shoulders a little bit more. On the inhale, I'm going to press my feet evenly down to the floor and just lift my straight arms up towards the ceiling, shoulder width apart. Look at the spacing between your hands. Have the palms face inward, just as if you were holding a ball in your arms. Stay here for a moment. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath you. Then on your next exhale, just lower the arms down to the floor. On the next inhale, lead with the thumbs and come up a little higher and a little wider on your inhale. And exhale, bring it back down towards your sides. Continue. Inhale, bringing the arms up slowly, coming up a little higher, lead with the thumbs. And on the exhale, bring it down. Continue. Come up a little higher and a little wider. Notice if you have any discomfort in your movement. Pause when you do, and then reverse. Continue 2 more breaths. Opening and lifting on the inhale. Lead with the thumbs. See if you can go as wide as necessary to let the thumb tips come to the floor. And then exhale, bring it back down. Last one. Bring it up slowly. Go wider, 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 wider. And wider as you inhale. Attempt to land and settle. And then let the arms rest on the floor and drag them along the floor back by your side. And rest. Very good. Now that we know the endpoints of the movement, let's go into a small flow. On the inhale, float the arms up, come out wider, land, palms up, and then drag along the floor as you exhale. Continue slowly and steadily. Two more. Keep breathing. A nice slow steady inhale and a exhale of longer duration. Good. Finish the flow and rest. Then let's take the hands to heart just by bending the elbows. I have my fingertips touching. My elbows are cinched by my ribs. On the inhale, I'll gently separate the space as if the ball is expanding, keeping the elbows tucked in. On the exhale, I'll close the space. Continue. Opening a little further, the elbows can move away from the body. Soft wrists. What I mean by soft wrist is not bending them to have the fingers reach the floor. Continue. Go slowly. Let the space expand, as well as the distance between the arms. Float the back of the wrists towards the floor on the inhale. Exhale. Bring it back and finish. 2 more. Engage the shoulder blades. Arch the back a little bit more. Open the heart. Exhale. Slowly draw it back together. Finish the exhale completely. 1 more. It's not easy to keep the wrists soft. Settle and shake it out. Wonderful. Let's continue with the arm warm-up. Inhale and lift the straight arms up to the ceiling. Make believe your fingers have little pencils on them, and we're going to draw some circles. With the inhale, gently make small circles, and the exhale completes the circle. Keep going in small circles, just shoulder width apart. Then as you're breathing, keep widening the shape of the circle, a spiral that's continuing outward with each breath cycle, your shoulder blades drawn down to the floor to stabilize the movement. Keep going wider and wider. Further. A little bit longer. One more. Finish a nice broad sweep and then reverse the direction, inhaling for half of the circle, exhaling for the other half. Slow and steady breathing. Two more circles, bring it down. Wonderful. And then rest. One more arm warm up. Let's lift the arms straight up. Bend the elbows. Clasp the upper arms. It doesn't matter which way you clasp, we're going to reverse them eventually. Hold the elbows if you can. If necessary, hold the forearms. And then on the inhale, just open the space by drawing the arms overhead towards the floor. And exhale, bring it back over heart. Go as comfortably as you can. Avoid strain and discomfort. If your breathing gets labored, then back off a little bit because we're trying to calm down. Opening on the inhale, returning on the exhale. One more in this mode. Beautiful. Now look at the positioning of your arms. Release them and reverse them. If it feels awkward, that's not surprising. We usually have a preference of some of our postures. Keep breathing to open the space. I like to reverse sides just to compare and notice the differences. Two more breaths. Open on the inhale and exhale, close. One more. Beautiful. Then release the arms back by your side. Wonderful. We'll start by making small circles with the knee. They're more like half circles, but whatever shape they are, that's fine. On your inhale, lift your left leg just an inch or two, and then pause. Then start painting circles with the knee towards the ceiling, or whatever shape the knee will make. Keep breathing in a similar mode to before. The exhale slightly longer than the inhale. Keep swinging the hip in its socket. Actually, the head of the femur is in the socket. The hip is still. One more in this direction. Pause on your exhale. Bring it back. Inhale for half. Exhale for the other part. Notice how this side feels. Your range of movement. The ease of movement. One more. Finish your circle. Return the left adjacent to the right, hip width across. Steady for a moment. Then let's lift the right an inch or two and paint circles with the right knee. Slow and steady. You're keeping the other leg stationary, the knee pointing up. How does this side feel compared to the other? One more in this direction. Keep breathing. Finish your exhale and reverse. Two more. Finish and rest. Lovely. Then let's draw the sides of the feet, knees, and thighs together as one. Let's tuck a shoulder blade on each side. Consider turning the palms upward, and we'll warm up the hips and legs a little bit more with a gentle twist. On the next exhale, we're going to drop the knees to the lower right, away from our chest, not straight across. So the direction is out the lower corner. A gentle belly fill, and an exhale, drop the knees in that direction, keeping the left shoulder blade on the floor. This whole arm stays downward. Keep those arms drawn downward. Inhale back to center, and then we're going to switch to the other side, dropping to the lower left, keeping the right shoulder blade and arm drawn downward. Then we'll alternate from side to side, going slowly, trying to lengthen this side of the body on this move, coming back, and then when we drop to the left, keeping the right side rooted, we'll stretch this part. So the arms are pretty essential here to keep the rootedness and the integrity of your stretch. Keep shifting slowly from side to side, tucking the shoulder blade underneath you. You might feel a little bit of stretch in the chest here too. Slow, steady breathing. Empty completely. Draw the back of the wrist to the floor. The back of the wrist helps root the whole arm. Finish this last pair. One more in each direction. Wonderful. Bring it back to center and rest. I'm going to scoot up a little bit. Good. Then let's lengthen out the legs. Then let's bring the feet back under the knees, one at a time, hip width apart. We'll warm up a little bit further with our Blazing Saddles trio. With the inhale, I'd like you to lift your left foot just a little bit, and on the exhale, bring the knee into the chest. No hands required. On the inhale, straighten out that left leg just above the floor. Feel the back of your heel resting just a tad off the surface. Then sink the belly and exhale and bring the straight leg up to the ceiling or in that general direction. Keeping the straight leg, lower it down to hover as you inhale and bring it out to the side. Then inhale it back. Exhale, bring the knee and thigh into the chest. Inhale, straighten out the leg, low and slowly. Exhale, keep the straight leg and lift it up, sinking the belly. Inhale, fill the belly, the leg lowers. Exhale, straight leg out to the side. Avoid turning the toes away. Inhale back. Exhale, sink the belly, knee and thigh into the chest. Inhale, straighten it out slowly. Exhale, lift it slowly. Down to hover. Exhale, out to the side. Bring it back. Settle and rest. And then return the left foot adjacent to the right, hip width across. Let's switch sides. Inhale the right just a little bit, an inch or two. Exhale the knee and thigh into the chest. Inhale, push it out. Straighten it out. Keeping it straight. Exhale, lift. Beautiful. Inhale down to hover. Exhale out to the side. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, knee to chest. Continue, straightening it out. Straight leg lift. Inhale down to hover. Exhale out to the side. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, straighten it out. Exhale, lift it. Inhale, lower. Exhale out to the side. Inhale back. Settle and rest. Beautiful. Let's bring the foot back in. Shift the knees from side to side. Notice how that feels. This is when the feet are hip-width apart in your usual position. Next, we're going to widen the spacing of the feet. Even though we're not using a yoga mat, I'm widening my feet as comfortably as I can. I'm going to keep the knees pointing upward as I alternate lowering a leg to the other ankle. Keep the knees pointing upward on the static leg. What does that mean? That means that we'll take a breath on the inhale and fill the belly nicely, and exhale, drop the left knee down to the right ankle, keeping the right knee pointing up. Then on the inhale, I'll bring the left knee back to neutral and bring the right knee down towards the left ankle. I like the palms up here because it helps to keep my shoulder blades rooted to the floor, and then it isolates the stretching to this area. Do you feel that? Keep breathing. Notice if you're shifting the stationary leg, keep pressing the foot firmly downward. You may notice a difference from one side to the other. One more in each direction. A left, and then the right. Come on back. Release the legs for a moment, shake it out, and then return them back to their wide position. Ripple the back a little bit by arching on the inhale, flattening on the exhale. One more. Good. Then we're going to start to integrate the arms. On the inhale, I'd like you to slide your left arm along the floor up to a diagonal position and turn the palm inward. Then on the exhale, I'd like you to drop both knees to the right. Draw the left shoulder blade downward. Notice I'm resting on the side of my thumb and index finger like an L. Then on the inhale, I'm going to drag the left arm back to the center position. Bring the knees back to center. Drag the right arm along the floor overhead. Turn the palm inward. And exhale, drop the knees to the left. Getting a nice stretch in the side body here. Inhaling, Arm back to center, knees back to center. Shifting side, dropping the knees down. I'm trying to radiate the knees towards the lower part of my body, stretching away from my heart. Inhaling back to center, arm and legs, getting the other side ready, right arm up, left shift. Keep breathing into your Vogue pose. Then when you're familiar, you can increase the pace and keep swaying with your breath, alternating left and right, pairing your breath and your movement. Notice your differences from side to side. Your hips may feel differently as they shift from side to side. Your shoulders may notice a difference in their range of motion. One more in each direction. Then bring it on back to center. Release the legs and rest. Well, how does that feel? Are you ready to just crawl into bed and doze off? We'll have other programs to add to your repertoire of yoga for relaxed sleep. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Visit our website, youcallthisyoga.org, for articles, videos, and information. Namaste.